so this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly reading for the month of May 2020, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that you have a good month so far for the month of April, and I hope that you are staying safe at home during this pandemic. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first card for representing the present position of your spread towards the beginning of the month, you have the Six of Diamonds. So the Six of Diamonds here indicates that you have been getting a lot of help, especially during this difficult time, from your family, from the government, from the people around you, and also from your employer in some way. So this can be like a financial help, or this can also be like assistance from the people, like helping hands or informations or whatever it is that could possibly happen in your career. So this can be like if you have been laid off, or if you have been losing your job because of these pandemics. So this can be a very helpful sort of help for you. This can also be like a severance package from your boss or from your employer. That can be also helpful to get on with your life in some way. So the next card that you have presenting the things that towards the middle of the month, or the influence card or the bridge cards, you have the Nine of Spades. I think it can be a little bit hard and jarring at this moment for you, especially when it comes to your your finances and wealth and well-beings in some way. So this can be like a very scary moment as well if you haven't been laid off before, or will be your first time losing your job. So this can be very scary too, and that's the reason why this card is actually prohibiting you to think out of the box. So what happened is you may lock yourself up and not even thinking about other people around you, but basically you need to be united in this crisis. You need to help others. You need to be willing to spend your time to be with your families or to be with your loved ones and take care of each others. And that's the reason why this card is actually shouldn't be there, if you think positively. But this is a human nature. We always think negative, and the negative thing will always grow bigger than the positive one. So you just have to be thinking of in balance between the negative and the positive too. So the next card that you have presenting the past position of your spread, you have the Three of Clubs. So this card is actually warning you, whatever happened, whatever that was working in the past may not be in this present moment. So if you have been like having your own business, for instance, or a side gig or whatever it is, that you are thriving in the past, this may not be happening anymore. So for instance, if you have been having having a restaurant that was very successful, so that it may not be the case right now. Those things can be quite a bit difficult in this point in time, because most of the people may not be able to open their restaurant. But different with the food delivery, maybe you needed to think about changing the nature of your restaurant. Maybe you needed to change that to be a food delivery kind of thing, or even like a caterings. So you need to think out of the box. That's basically. So the next one that you have presenting the thing that you learned from the past, you have the Three of Diamonds. So if you have enough cash, or resources, financial resources, you may want to think about even putting it aside as a urgent, or like a urgent fund. So something that you can use as a buffer when there is some a major financial crisis happening in front of your eyes. So this can be one of the things that you have been thinking about, but on the top of that, you still wanting to invest that, additional money that you have, maybe from your passive income or from your discretional income that you have. But I do see that you still need to take it as very seriously, not to overspend or not to invest in any like a dodgy kind of investment. Like you need to verify every single things before you start investing it. So the next card that you have presenting the things that you need to let go of, you have the Ace of Heart. So yeah, basically, if you have to get, if you have been let go by your employer, it is a time for you to let go. Don't holding on to it, even though like if you have been working there for 20 plus years, it's like that job has been your whole life, you still need to let go. You don't need to go deeper into that mess because of these pandemic, because sooner or later that things will happen anyway. So what you needed to do is actually keep moving on. You shouldn't be stuck in that negative mindset and negative position or conditions that you are in right now. Instead, you can actually getting more by thinking out of that possible circumstances and just think what you can do for other people now. So then you will change the whole perspective. So the next card that you are representing the future card towards the end of the month, you have the Five of Clubs. So the Five of Clubs, it indicates that whatever it is that you have been dealing with, especially with the negative people around you, you need to strive. You need to go beyond that. You needed to go against that. You need to be positive, think outside the box, and not to go with them, these negative people around you. Even though it's like very easy to go with that, like a self-pity, like you are thinking about yourself and just nothing but yourself, and that can be a bit negative in some way. You needed to grow up. You need to think like there are many people around you that actually getting worse conditions than yourself. So then it will switch over your thinking to be more grateful on what you have rather than thinking of what you have lost. So the next card that you have representing the last card here, to clarify the whole reading at the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Spades. I think this very much the vibe of this readings here is actually more into your state of mind. So if you have been thinking negative all the time, then this whole reading will become very negative. But if you have been focusing on the positive side, like you still be grateful that you have helping hand from other people around you, and like some progress has been made in the past, and you are going to go against the grain to get more into it. Maybe you are struggling and fighting for getting a new job, that can be one of the things. But if you are stuck, if you chose not to move on, because it's also one of the things that you can do, then you will be stuck forever in your own self. So if you can choose to be better, choose to be positive, and choose to be getting what you can in order to fight this crisis. So I think that's overall readings here. I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you like the reading, just click like, and if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe and push the bell icon so that you get the notification every time I publish a new video. And if you want to donate to our channel, you can do so by sending your donation via PayPal to this email. And see you next month. Take care.